Hello and welcome to
Sestra-Tainment.
I'm Lenora.
And I'm Dee.
And we're coming to you today in regards to everything entertainment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So today we are going to start with me.
Yeah.
And I am going to start with the 1% Club. Have you heard of the 1% Club, Deandra?
I've heard of the 1%ers that are biker gangs.
No, this is not that.
This is dealing with money?
This is a game show on Fox.
Oh, yeah, with Patton
Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
I always want to call him Pat something else.
Pat Sajak? He
Yeah,
retired. Hot topic.
Oh, did he?
Yep. He has officially retired, and guess who took over? And just to totally segue to something else. So now it's Vanna White. She stayed. She's still turning the letters.
Is it a male or female?
It's a male.
It's a male. Actor, comedian.
TV host and radio host. Who is always on everything. I'll just tell you.
Anderson Cooper.
No, Ryan Seacrest. Yeah.
Okay.
So Ryan Seacrest is now on Wheel of Fortune. Who knows if he'll stay as long as Pat Sajak, but yeah. So anyway, I think he retired about a week or so ago.
I was about to say, because I feel like I walked through the waiting room at my job and people were watching Wheel of Fortune, and definitely like Pat Sajak was still, and I was like, he's still alive.
Oh no, don't
No, I mean, I'm not saying it like that, but I'm just saying,
yeah, he was on there 40 years or something, like forever.
He's been on there for Jerry's Kids. Come on.
Forever. All right, so hashtag Sandlot. So the 1% Club. So it is a show that I am now fascinated with.
Okay.
First and foremost, I already knew of the 1% Club because of the fact that I watch Gogglebox, a UK show, and it was already on in the UK. So I would watch people.
Wait, do we steal stuff from the UK?
Constantly.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So nothing about the United States is original.
Not necessarily, but there are certain
Native
things,
Americans,
such as certain things, such as this 1% Club, such as
The Voice one, the one where there was
oh yeah, you got Britain's Got Talent,
Yeah.
became America's Got Talent because it was Simon who started it over there first. Then you have and I don't know if America's, what is it, what is the other one, American Idol? I don't know if there was a British Idol first.
Sure there was.
I'm not sure. And The Office was British too before us. But anyway, I digress. So for the 1% Club, the premise of the show is that Patton is the host, and he basically is saying that they asked all these people all over the United States these questions, right? You have 100 people sitting in this audience, and they're all the contestants.
Okay.
So what happens is he says, okay, the first question, 90% of the people who got this question answered it correctly. And then you slowly move down. Okay, 80%, 70%, 60%. 50,
Until you
40,
get to
blah, blah, blah,
1%.
until you get to 1% and people get knocked out.
But then it's like, so 1% of people answer this question this
Correctly.
way?
Exactly. And then that's how you win, is if you get the answer right to the 1% question.
Okay.
I am going to play for you
There's a question?
Yeah, I'm going to play for you a question.
What percentage is this? Because I'm super smart.
Yeah.
But is this like Jeopardy kind of questions, or is this like, what hue does chartreuse fall in the category of?
It could be anything. It could really be anything. It can be as simple as like one of the very first question could be something like, in this box, like of this picture, what is a box of socks on top of rocks? Like, for example, right? And all you have to do is look at three things and see which one is a box of socks on top of rocks. But that's the simple one, right?
Yeah.
That everybody pretty much is getting correct.
Okay.
I think they may even start with 99% of people got it right, and then they move to 90 or something like that. So then the 1% is different at the end. I can't remember the exact numbers. But anyway, so then it's like, ooh, somebody got it wrong though. So you're like, how do you get this wrong? You're literally looking at pictures. One might be a box of rocks on top of rocks with no socks. And then the person must have picked that. And it's like, well, where are the socks? Like, you shouldn't have picked that. So it's kind of interesting. But then there's other ones that are really mind teasers. And you're like, ooh.
So these are like, is this like riddles and stuff?
It can be riddles, and it can be pictures, and it can be
So it's just
puzzles.
random stuff.
It can be puzzles. It can be riddles. It
Is
can
it
be,
in
for
categories?
example, one of them was,
No.
it's not, they don't give you anything.
This show is not going to be on for long.
No, I love it. It's amazing.
Well,
you'll have
record
to,
it.
well, you'll, no,
I'm
no,
gonna watch the episode,
Yeah,
'cause
you
I
should
already
look
had
at
it on
it.
my
You
list.
should look at it. It's kind of cool the way that it works. And then, like, one of them, for example, they took up some words or letters or whatever, and they said, "What is this?" And then they basically only showed you, like, everything was missing except for the very top of the top letters and the very thin bottom of the bottom letters. And you had to figure out and decipher, what is this saying? What is this? And would you get it right?
How much time do you have?
About, oh gosh, we'll see in a second. Uno momento, por favor.
Okay.
All right.
Started off tonight with 100 contestants, and now we're down to 63.
Okay, so this is, before I get into this, I'm going to turn it up in a second. Everybody starts, the 100 contestants start with $1,000 each. As you lose, you give up $1,000 to go into the pot. So the winner, if it's only one person who gets the 1% question right, they end up getting $100,000. Now, the other side to that is that as the test goes on and on, you can say, I see this question. I don't know the answer, but I'm too close to getting, to 1% for me to just make a random guess. I'm going to give my $1,000 to the pot with the hope that I win at the end and I get my $1,000 back.
So, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
If you give your $1,000, you're not out of the game.
You're not out of the game. You can use it as like a pass.
So many things.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. I mean, it's just regular answering questions. And then, literally. And then after that, as we get closer, you can give up your 1,000 if you need a pass. Kind of like how they had 3 things for, what was it called? When you had to guess Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Okay, yeah.
You only have one thing. And then they do give you the option, like when they're down to like the last 5 people, to say you can walk away with 10,000 or you can keep playing. And most people keep playing. But anyway, so here's a question.
As always, whoever makes it the farthest tonight could be going home with up to $100,000.
Yay, we did it. Okay.
Only do this once, and your $1,000
That looks like the
will go
stage
straight
of Who Wants to Be a
into the
Millionaire.
It
prize
does look
fund.
like Who
So
Wants to Be a
use
Millionaire.
that pass wisely.
Okay. Here's the
This next question: split the country in half. Half of Americans we polled answered correctly. The other half didn't, and we're about to find out which side you fall on. Here is your 50% question. Let's take a look. Sam is from the Bahamas. Jean is from Senegal. Ira is from Bulgaria. What country is Liza from? Contestants, your time starts now.
Now, the options
Wait.
for Liza is
can we
Brazil,
pause that
France,
for a
or
second?
Zimbabwe, and you have, I think, 30 seconds.
What was the question again? Sam is from where?
Sam is from the Bahamas, Jean is from Senegal, and Ira is from Bulgaria. What country is Lisa, Liza, from? The options are Brazil, France, or Zimbabwe.
This
Doom,
is...
doom, 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 doom.
Ba-dum, ba-dum.
Doom, doom. Oh, well, let me go ahead and play a
know.
little
I have
music
no
here.
idea.
I'm going to fast forward it, though. I got this one right. Funny
I'm going to
enough.
say Zimbabwe. I have no idea. No, oh, thanks.
But you'll hear, just to make sure. Yeah. Oh, they're going to show you how many people get out, so they'll tell you how many people got out on that question.
Oh, he's gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone.
All those boom, boom, booms are people.
Five
so
people.
five
Okay.
people didn't get it right.
58 of you left, and one of you used your pass. Let's take a look at the answer. A. Each of their names appears backward in the name of their country. So it's Liza from Brazil.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, so the way that it works is that you don't know how these questions are going to come to you. So the thing is that when it said Sam from Bahamas, Bahamas ends in M-A-S. Take the S-A-M.
Oh, okay.
Then Jean is Senegal. So then you take, in the name, it's G-E-N-E. Like, so, you know what I mean? Because it's S-E-N-G-E-G. I'm trying to say. So how you spell Senegal? Within Senegal spells Jean. Within Brazil spells Liza.
So
It was the words backwards, basically. So at some point in the name, or some point
so
of the
how
country,
does Senegal work with Jean?
because Senegal. So when you look at the middle of that name, Gene is in the middle of
But that's
Senegal.
not backwards, though.
Yes, it is. If you look at it, She's like
I'm
processing, and I'm
confused.
showing her. Look at the word Senegal, and then look at G, and go backwards. G-E-N-E.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
So that's what I was saying. Yep. So anyway,
All right, well,
so those are the kind of questions that it has. So then you get to the 1% question.
You should definitely go on the show.
Who, me? No, I would. I mean, I kind of got some of them, but then it's hard to process while you are trying to rush to the 30 seconds. Like some of them I got like in the half second right before the time ran out, and I probably wouldn't have had time to push a button to actually win, right? And so the last question, I have to say, was extreme. It was a mind-blowing, like challenging question in my opinion, because it was like you had to pay total attention to how the question was worded in order for you to get it, right? So the question was, hold on, here we come. It's coming. Okay. Give me 1 second. So this is one person who made it to the end of the whole thing and didn't even use her 1,000.
1% question. Good luck. Let's take a look. Last month was not May or July. Next month is not January, March, or November. Neither last month nor next month is April, August, or December. What month must it be? Dana, your time starts now.
So she has...
Last month was what?
Okay, so last month was not May and was not July. So then that would mean April or August. So last month was not... Wait, is that right?
No. Because I feel like the answer is May.
No, it's June. Sorry, June or August, because it's like last month was May. So this is June. So last month was May or July. So it's not June and it's not August because it said...
But it said last month was not May, right?
Right. But it's saying last month, not this month.
Yeah,
is
no,
not
but
May.
the question is, what is this month?
Right, but
So it
you
could
have
be
to
May.
get through the rest of them.
Yeah, but it could
we
be
got to
May.
get. But you have to find out what else they say.
No, I don't want all the rest of the words. I already know. The answer's in the beginning.
Listen to
the answer is May.
Listen, and then it says, so that's June and August are out, right? Then it says next month is not January, March, or November. So that means next month is not January, so it can't be December. Next month is not March, so it can't be February. And next month is not November, so it can't be October. That was my guess. My guess was October because October was a word I didn't even see on the list. So I said, it's October.
Yeah.
I was just trying to guess. But anyway, neither last month nor next month is April, August, or December. So
This is
isn't
too
it?
many double negatives.
That's why it's a 1% question. 1% of the entire population
And
that
it's
they
men.
asked got it. And
What are
the
the
answer,
options? What were the options?
they didn't give you any options.
Oh, it's
you
men.
have to just figure this one out
It's
on
men.
your own. And so she gave the answer.
It's May.
Okay, time is up. Right now, your answer is locked in, so you cannot change it. So we may as well ask, what have you put?
Christmas.
I put October.
She put
Put
October
October.
like me.
Yeah.
For $99,000, April. The last month clue rules out June and August. The next month clue rules out December, February, and
But you said it
October.
just ruled out
And
April.
neither last month nor next month clue rules out every other month except
My brain
April.
hurts.
I know, right? So but that's what the 1% is about.
I would
So,
have to have a piece of paper and
I
everything.
know,
And 30
and I feel like
seconds
I have
is
to
not
pause.
long enough for my brain.
Right. It wasn't long enough for my brain for most of the questions, but it's neat to watch and see if with multiple episodes, if you fall out at the same place. Like, am I always falling out at 50%?
yeah.
Then I don't even have to watch anymore. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But then I found that
It's like,
even
are you
if
smarter than a 7th grader? But it's like, are you smarter than
Fifth
these
grader was what
99?
you-
Oh, yeah.
right, yeah.
Are you smarter than all these 99 other people?
Right, exactly. And so it's kind of interesting. He has
it's-
some
I would
fun
like it. I watch
banter
it.
and things like that. I fast forward through all
Yeah, I
that,
don't- I don't-
honestly. I don't need to
Something
see all
about
of that.
him I don't like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't have
He
anything.
gives me weird vibes.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Okay.
He's definitely a person that I'm just like, if I met him, I'd probably be like, hey, nice to meet you. No,
Yeah,
you don't have to
he's
shake
not-
my hand.
Oh, okay, got you. You're like, a little
Yeah.
creepy,
Yeah, like, I don't know.
a little
Like,
cringy.
Like, I don't, something about
I got you. It's all good. Yeah. For those of you who don't know who he is, definitely Google Patton Oswalt. Yeah. So anyway, but that's it. So I've spent 15 minutes on this, but it is the 1% Club. It's one of my new shows that I will probably watch weekly to test myself and my skills. You know, keep that muscle memory going. So
muscle memory.
Yeah, the muscle memory. So, okay, what do you have, sis?
Okay, so what I have is I have been stuck on all these. Am I the jerk? Am I a genius? And am I the asshole?
I do remember you mentioned
but
that.
I listened to them in a podcast, okay? So I just want to let you know how this one kind of made me feel like, bro, like, what were you thinking? So I'm about to play it. It's a few minutes, but I do want y'all to hear the entire story about what happened.
Kicking my wife out. Am I the asshole for kicking my wife out after she punched my mom in the face?
For some reason, like, what'd your mom do? My immediate gut reaction is no. My immediate gut reaction is the mother-in-law deserved it. But let's see.
My situation went from bad to worse in a matter of a week, and I don't know where else to turn. I need to know if I was wrong. Possibly a validation thing, because life is fucking dumb right now. My wife and I have been together for 8 years, and she just gave birth to our first and last baby 2 months ago. Up until my wife got pregnant, my mom loved her. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on with my mom or why the switch happened, but after my wife got pregnant, my mom started being very clingy to me and started avoiding my wife at all costs. Told everyone she wasn't excited about the pregnancy, etc. I threatened to go no contact with her when my wife was about 7 months along, and after that, she snapped out of it for the most part and stopped being so ignorant. The comments 100% stopped, at least, though she was still clinging to me. Now, a week ago, my mom, my sister, my sister's husband, and my sister's daughter, 12, came over for dinner. I prepared the meal. Before my wife could eat anything, our daughter got fussy, so my wife excused herself to go feed the baby and get her down to sleep. I thought I prepared enough, but apparently not, because my niece was still starving. Parentheses, she's 5'5" and 190 pounds. I haven't seen her in a year, and she was not that size then, so I didn't exactly portion in an extra 3 helpings for a child. So that's on me.
That is so foul that he's just like, yeah, my niece is 5'5", 190 pounds. I didn't think that she was going to eat 3 plates.
No, right?
I didn't calculate that in because I just saw her last year. She was tiny.
Yeah, shady.
Yeah, all right.
Is that just like a snarky remark?
I don't know what the fuck that was. I apologized and told her that I hadn't made any more and offered her crackers as I was putting my wife's portion into the fridge. After that, I just went outside with my sister's husband to smoke a cigarette and shoot the breeze. Didn't think anything of it. But then I hear yelling from inside. When I walk in, my wife and my mom were screaming at each other. Apparently my mom, who saw me put my wife's food away, gave my niece my wife's portion of food. As I was walking inside, I heard my mom say, quote, "Looks like you can afford to skip a meal," and slapped my wife's stomach. Right as soon as I get ready to step in, literally fast walking towards them, yelling, "Enough!" my wife winds back and punches my mom square in the face and drops her.
Where do these people live? It's giving Florida. This is in Florida or Texas. I know it. It's certainly not Connecticut.
The whole house went silent outside of my mom crying and holding her face. I tell everyone to get the fuck out. Immediately, everyone leaves, and my wife just turned towards the counter and leans with her hands on the counter, face down, eyes closed. I look at my wife and say, "You too, leave now." She says, "Really?" She's crying at this point. I say a clipped, "Yep." She packs up her and the baby and leaves.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's part of it. There's still a few more minutes. I want to discuss this right here. So, what do you think about that?
I am glad I'm not in the situation.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I think that everybody should keep their hands to themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
But do you think that he's wrong for saying both of y'all get out?
All 3 are wrong. I think all three are wrong.
Why is he wrong? Because he told him to get out.
He told them all to get out.
He told the
wife
and
to
the
get
mother.
out.
He told the wife and the mother, get out.
I mean, I was taking it that he was saying to get out because he was just so upset in that moment. Not like move out. We're done.
Yeah.
Well,
no, he wasn't saying like move out, but he was just like, yeah, get out.
Just
like,
get out and just everybody leave. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you tell your wife to leave. Though.
Yeah, I mean, it's
your
house
home,
too.
right? Yeah, exactly.
So my thing is like, bro, like, why is your
that's a
mother
little
being
extra.
so extra to your wife?
But he sounds extra, so maybe it's a family trait.
But they were saying that they were absolutely fine before, but now not so much. I don't know. But I'm going to play some more of this so then we'll be able to hear what happens.
I text her that night and say, I just need space. I need to decompress and come to terms with what just happened. She doesn't respond. The next 5 days, I'm texting and calling, and I get nothing. She shows up here today, so now 8 days later, and hands me divorce paperwork and my baby and says, here, you have a bit to hang out with her while I pack. While I'm breastfeeding, we can work out a visitation schedule that is either at your place or my mother's until she will take a bottle. I told her, that's not what I want. I don't want to separate. I just needed time to process her punching my mother in the face. She said, quote, you needing time to process gave me time to process the fact that I refuse to be in this situation any longer. I defended myself. I initially felt bad and remorseful, but you making me leave when I needed you made me see more clear. I'm done. I'm sorry for what I did, but there's no fixing this. She refused to speak to me at all the rest of the time she was there. My house feels so empty, and I don't know what to do. Am I the asshole for making her leave after she punched my mom? I just needed some fucking space. Am I?
Yes. You shouldn't kick your wife out.
Completely.
Yeah, because he
he completely kicked her out. Yeah, so
she came back with the baby and divorce papers and was like, "Well,
yeah.
you needed space, and I realized I need space from you. Yeah. So here, take the baby while I finish packing my stuff up, and I'll be at my mom's house so we can just go in between my mom." And you can pick up the baby from there. You can drop the baby off, whatever. But yeah,
unfortunate.
But I mean, I can get it because it's like, what? Like, I feel like he should have said something to his mother. Like, bro, like, what are you doing?
Right.
Why did you give my wife's food to this child that's already eaten 2 helpings?
2 helpings already. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, now I get it. 100%.
Yeah. And I understand him needing space, but he should have just been.
You can get space in your own house.
But, I mean, why couldn't he just leave and go for a drive?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Back.
Like, Mom, you leave. I'm going to go for a drive. You stay here. Because we got the kids.
Yeah.
You stay here. I'm going to take a moment.
Because now it sounds like he kicked out the wife and kids.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah.
That's true.
So
I didn't put that together.
Yeah, so that's why I can understand. It's like, okay, so now you just told your wife to leave and everything. And then she came back a week later.
I think they all are.
Here's the divorce papers.
I don't like any of them.
You don't like any of them?
Mm-mm, they all can go in the trash.
What about so do you think that, I think that the girl being smacked in the stomach and told that she could,
you know what mother-in-law you get when you sign up for that. That's not new stuff.
Well, he had said that everything was good before that.
Before the baby, but at the same time,
yeah.
You know what? You can pick up on some animosity.
These are all Reddit threads. Mm-hmm. So there are some that are like, update. Okay. I think I heard an update of this one, and the lady was talking about how the mother hauled off and smacked her in the stomach where everybody heard it. And that's why I got...
That's why it was, and plus, it's like, you could potentially have an automatic reaction to that. Like, you might not have even
you just hit
meant to.
Yeah, you just hit me.
But you hit me, so therefore
that's assault.
Yeah.
If you were a random person, that's assault, and me hitting you is self-defense.
Okay, true.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, just because you're my mother-in-law, I'm supposed to be letting you hit up on me?
I think that's what the mother-in-law thought.
Yeah, until she got that 2-piece in a biscuit. And then
she thought differently.
Then she thought very differently. Very I just thought that with that whole thing, it's just Reddit has some of the most wild, am I the jerk, asshole, whatever, genius, stories. And these are just everyday people.
Everyday people.
Everyday people.
Everyday
people.
Sorry. I couldn't help myself.
So it's just everyday people that are just writing their stories. I mean, there was one where it was like the dude his sister was dying and needed a kidney.
Okay.
And he was like, well, you married my high school bully. And I'm not going to do that because you didn't stand up for me.
What?
But so here's the whole story. The whole story is when he was younger, this dude used to bully him so much, like he wanted to harm himself because the boy was gay and he was like trying to like work out his own sexuality. So this boy used to call him all kinds of names. Fast forward, what happens? The boy is now engaged to your sister. And he walks in the house and says, I didn't know you had a bundle of sticks as a brother.
A bundle of sticks?
Yeah, it's very British. Like a cigarette.
Okay.
As a brother. And he was just like, what? So now he's like, years later, they're married.
Yeah.
And she never stood up for me. The whole family was like, oh, yeah, I'm sure he was just like, stop being so sensitive. He was just saying it like he didn't even know you. And it's like, well, he was my bully in school.
Right. Exactly.
And then, so it's like the mother was telling him that he was inconsiderate. He was like, y'all were inconsiderate of me.
Right. Nobody was caring about my feelings.
You don't care about me until you need a kidney.
Ugh, facts.
So it's like, is he the asshole for that? Or is the family the assholes for treating him
the way that they did? Yeah. That is the point.
So if you want to go down a rabbit hole and if you just want to be entertained without even like you could be out at the park and your kids is playing.
Why you say is?
Your kids is playing, yeah. And you literally just can read this, look up at your kid, read this, look up at your kid, you know what I'm saying? And then you might have your own Reddit story later. Am I the jerk for smacking this kid's mother because the kid pushed my child off the swing set? You know, you never know. But it is definitely something that I don't know why I like to hear it, but then I just give my own opinion. It's like, nah, you won't. Like you were actually in the right part.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like any of them. That's just my opinion. But I mean, because I feel like it would take a lot for me to react in that way to someone. Like,
but that's you though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking like
just
if
a
it was just a
regular
regular person.
Gotcha. So maybe that's why I'm a little harsher, because I'm like, nobody should be able to push you to that no matter what.
But nobody should put their hands on you.
But that's what I said too. Nobody should absolutely put their hands on you. So there's that.
You old enough to cross the street, you old enough to get hit. That's what I was told.
Now, what if it was like a male-female scenario? What would you think?
He put his hands on her.
Like, what if the husband had put his hands or is punched the mother in the face? Like, not his mother, her mother. Like, if the tables were turned and it was a male situation versus a female situation.
So, like, the two guys, the two
I
fathers
guess it would be
going
two
at each
fathers,
other?
right. The two fathers going at each other.
Then
Would you feel any differently?
No, I'd be like, bro, why are you hitting my husband? And why did you give my husband's food to somebody else?
Right.
To this little girl who had 3 plates already.
Right. Yeah, that's the part that I'm just like,
why is this little chunky girl eating all the food?
Right.
Do her parents not feed her? Do y'all need to stop by McDonald's on the way here next time y'all come over? Actually, there won't be a next time because we're getting a divorce.
Yes, we're not going to have this house for long.
There was one where there was a girl who was talking about how her husband's such a prankster. And she said they were at the beach and he was like, I got something serious I need to talk to you about. And he was like, so I cheated on you. And she said, what? She took her ring off and threw it in the ocean. And he was like, what are you doing, you dumb bee? I'm just joking. And she's like, why would you joke about sleeping with other people?
Right. 100%.
But
did he do it for video or
no?
He just did it.
No, he just And she's like, am I the bad? But he sounded like a narcissist because he was just like, this is your fault. You were the one that went ahead and threw $10,000.
I'm not gonna buy you another ring.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna buy you another ring. She was like, my $10,000. She was like, 2 of my $10,000 worth of rings or whatever in the bottom of the ocean. We'll never find them. And I wanted to go to the comments. I wanted to find this Reddit thread and go to the comments to see how many people were like, so what ocean was this?
I know, right? People gonna be out there with their beep, 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 beep,
exactly.
beep, beep,
What
beep, beep,
ocean
beep.
was this?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of stuff where there's some of them are sad because some of them are people who are in a narcissistic relationship or a narcissistic parent, siblings or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like, am I the bad person? No, you're actually very sane. The people who are doing this to you are very messed up.
Yeah. exactly. And it's unfortunate that people have to deal with people like that in their lives, you know?
Yeah, that's
like
very
that
true.
you just have to deal with people who have no self-awareness or absolutely horrible people in general and just are and some people do stuff intentionally.
Yeah.
You know, I just can't even imagine. I count myself grateful that thankfully I don't have anybody like that in my life, and if I did, I think I'd just cut them out.
Yeah,
like,
I think you would cut them out unless
you.
you snap, and then I would be putting money in your books.
Yeah, facts.
You know?
You would do that for me.
I would.
Appreciate
I would.
you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'll take a collection. No problem.
Thank you.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah.
Give me that $5, bro. Don't walk away. Give me that $5. Come on, you know it's monthly payment time. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
But that's what I had. It's just some Reddit threads about am I the
jerk, whatever,
a-hole, genius,
all that.
But it's like it's called A.I.T.A. Am I the asshole?
Okay, got it.
All right. What do you have next?
I have the Equalizer 3.
Oh, wait, did I watch that one?
Did you watch that one with the Denzel at 70? Or however old he is, almost
the little
70.
boy?
Is
this the one with the little boy?
No. That might be 2.
When he has to go get healed? I thought 2 was with... I don't remember.
I don't know.
Okay.
Little boy, I don't recall. Oh, maybe. We'll see. Okay. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Equalizer, it had Denzel and Dakota Fanning. That was mainly the people.
I did see that one.
In this one. And so it starts in Sicily. So picture it.
Yeah, Sicily 1922.
And so it's with a man and a child. That's why I was like, a child? Well, there was a child in that part of it. Is that the child that you're talking about?
That's what I said, the little boy, and I held my hand up.
Okay. But I don't remember that. I mean, that particular scene.
Yeah, because that's why he...
Yeah, I mean, I got that part, but I was thinking... That was the older boy, I thought. Was that? No, you're right. That was the younger one. I forgot about that part. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So, starts in Sicily. There's a man with a little child. And basically the man's approaching this town. It seems pretty much that everybody, it's like quiet. Yeah. So you're just trying to figure out what's going on. And you realize that everyone is like viciously killed. Like it's blood everywhere. And so the man is searching properties. He's trying to figure out like what all is going on. And he finds Denzel's character kind of sitting there, just in the middle of this room with some dead bodies around him, basically. And I have to say, I do like the fact that they are still trying to make Denzel like this action hero at his age, because I mean, you know, just with ageism, I appreciate the fact that it's like, look, you could be 70 or whatever. I mean, you got Samuel L. Jackson even older and he's doing his thing. So to me, I kind of, you know, appreciate that fact, you know, that Hollywood isn't falling into the ageism stereotypes in this particular movie. Can't say all. But anyway, so then it ends up happening that a lot of stuff takes place and goes on, and Denzel is, ooh, ah, prom, pom, pom, pop, pop, do, blah, bling, blow, blay. I feel like it's Daffy Duck.
Bling, blah, blay.
I feel like it's that Daffy Duck where he's like, Perrier, on guard, whatever. You don't remember that when he had never mind. Okay, he had a little...
That must have been the original Looney Tunes.
Maybe. But yeah, it was when he was doing fencing. But anyway, I digress. So then it was a lot going on. Denzel gets hurt. And then it was a little hard for me to follow after that, because all of a sudden he ended up with this guy who gets him to this place where he can heal. And I'm like, how did he know this guy? I didn't get that part.
That part reminded me of Wanted.
Oh, really? Okay. Because I was like, okay, how did you know this guy? How did this guy know where you were? Why are you, here and these people are taking care of you? Like that part, it kind of lost me a little bit. But long story short, Denzel's character, A.K.A. Robert, starts on his journey of getting better, and he comes in contact with the Sicilian mafia. So he already had... well, first of all, once he comes in contact with them, a lot of other stuff goes down. But then he starts having this communication with an agent, and she's saying that she's trying to solve the case of what was the original murders that were at the beginning.
And the agent is Dakota Fanning.
Yes, and the agent is Dakota Fanning. So the original murders that were taking place at the beginning of the movie, she's trying to figure out and solve that case. So he actually feeds her information in regards to the bad people, which I guess he's killed people, so he might be considered a bad person, but he's not.
Yeah,
he does it for good.
He's a vigilante because he's like, I'm going to get the bad people for the good people.
Exactly.
But I'm still
but she's
people.
Looking for him.
Yeah.
But he's feeding information to her for her to find the other bad people as to who he is trying to take out and why. So anyway, she sees him, meets him, but she doesn't know if she can really trust him or not, because she believes that he is somehow involved in the murders, even though she doesn't have really any proof that he is. And as in all the Equalizer movies, there's a lot going on. There's gunshots, there's explosions, there's blood, there's gore, a lot of death. And, Denzel, almost 70, like I said, doing his thing, working it out. You could tell he was like a little slower. You know what I mean? Like when they were doing the action scenes, like they didn't try to do.
He was starting to turn into Steven Seagal.
Well, they didn't put in like a body double to make it seem like this was Denzel doing a whole lot of other things that weren't like it was almost like the body double was still with the current Denzel movement, so to speak. I get that. Now, I will say that I am the type of person who loves a good action movie, but these Equalizers, I have literally fallen asleep.
It's not a lot of action though.
In a movie theater. For the Equalizer once before, to the point that when an explosion went off, I woke up and about screamed. And it's not
the end of the world.
I was like, "What's happening?"
Oh Lord, help me, Jesus!
I've only fallen asleep in a movie theater on 2 movies that I'm aware of that I fell asleep. One of them was the Equalizer. I think it was the first one.
Okay.
And the other one was Batman versus Superman or whatever that one was. That
one was like 17 hours long, right?
I can't remember.
Wasn't it 3 hours
because I
or something?
slept.
Yeah.
So, but I just know that movie, I was like, nothing. That wasn't the one that was like the extra long one, director's cut, 3 hour, whatever. I don't think. But anyway, so I fell asleep. No, because I think that was the one that was the, whatever it was with the whole group of DC people all together.
Oh yeah,
I think was the extra long one with Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
League.
Yeah, the Justice League. I think that was the one that was the one that was
17 hours. Yeah.
It was pretty long. So anyway, but so this one actually kept my attention. I was entertained the entire time, even though it did have some slow moments. It still was keeping my interest. So if you like entertainment, Equalizer movies, things of that nature, it had a few slow parts, but I think that the good part is even when it was slow, it was still helping to explain the storyline. And then at the end, you could see why he reached out to that particular person, Dakota Fanning's character, for her to assist him with the whole situation. So there's a backstory to that as well that you find out about at the end of the movie. So anyway, but
I do like how he goes to a little town and now everybody loves him. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey man, you know what? You helped us out because it was the guys,
Sicilian mafia.
Yeah, the mafia was going around and was like, trying to shake down everybody.
Exactly. Yeah, you could be eating dinner,
beating them down.
Yeah, you could just be eating dinner and somebody would come up and want to beat you up, or you could be, especially if you were the police, then they were trying to intimidate you and threaten you and try to take your child or whatever. Yeah. Like they were.
So when he came and then everybody started to love him. They was giving him free stuff all the time because it was like, bro, you Robin Hood right now. We good.
And then when it came time for something to potentially happen to Denzel, everybody stood up for him.
Showed up.
So so that was really important. So but I thought, like I said, even if it had slow moments, it was almost like that helped to build more of the character of a person. It might not have been even Denzel's character. It could have been somebody else. And then you were like, oh, okay, that all comes together. It makes sense. So but I enjoyed it. Okay. So there you go. All right. What you got, sis?
So what I have, I actually wanted to tell you about it earlier, but then I just waited. But this is what I have.
I see dead people.
Oh my God.
Let's go. What?
Must have hung a beat, ho, depot, any rap nigga, he a freak, though, man.
Hey, hey. Amber lamps. Amber lamps. I'm just saying. So,
Okay, so this is Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Take it.
They not like us.
They are not,
They not
like
like
us.
us.
Yeah.
They not like us. All right, so Kendrick Lamar had the Pop Out tour.
Yes, I forgot about
He
that.
did a concert. It was live on Amazon Prime.
Live on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
On Juneteenth.
On Juneteenth. Can I tell you everybody and their mama was there?
At the concert?
Everybody. The stage was full.
Oh, okay.
Like so like they said that he performed at They Not Like Us 5 times, maybe 6.
I heard.
But the people were going crazy
Every single time.
every time. And I'm like, Drake's career is done.
Oh my God.
The amount of people that were on stage with him, Drake's career is done.
Really?
Okay, I'm gonna name off the people. It took half of this notebook. Okay.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it. I watched clips of it. But
yeah,
I didn't watch
but
the whole
okay,
thing.
I didn't know. Like, was it announced that it was going to be on Amazon? Because I mean,
I
I'm
didn't
old,
see
so
that it was
I wouldn't
announced, but it's
have-
probably under your algorithm for whatever.
Yeah, because I'm just like, why wouldn't it have popped up?
Yeah,
but they also said that I don't think that Amazon knew that it was going to be what it was.
What it was,
Yeah.
probably not. Probably not. Yeah.
They would have promoted it otherwise.
I mean, you know what? They should just ask questions. Ask the young people sometimes.
Ask the young
guys.
people some questions. If you knew Kendrick Lamar was having a pop-up concert on Amazon, would you watch?
And they'd be like, yeah.
Absolutely.
Can we blow this up? Is it gonna be? It's gonna be on our station
Because there's going to be
Let's
a
do
beef.
this.
There's a beef happening.
Can we get
people.
tickets to go?
Right,
We do
right.
Amazon get free tickets? Yeah. So to
Yeah,
get
how did people know to go? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
continue.
I don't know. So to go over this, so you have Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
He's doing this thing.
Uh-huh.
His DJ's DJ Mustard.
Okay.
You know why they call him Mustard?
Why?
Because his name is Dijon. I swear to God, this man's name is Dijon.
His name is Dijon, so
he
Mustard.
is DJ Mustard. That is clever, boy.
But it's almost like DJ could be Dijon. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but-
Like the
yeah,
D and
but
the
no.
J for the Dijon mustard.
No,
So he's
no,
like, I mean,
no.
but
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying,
Oh, yeah,
you
it
could
could
kind
be.
of take it as a play on words that
DJ
way
DJ?
too. No, I'm saying the DJ in DJ could stand for the D and the J in Jean. Dijon.
I feel like you're reaching,
Okay, just finish.
and I'll hand it to you.
No.
I
It
got
does
you.
not need to be handed. The people got it. You didn't get it, but it was a 1% situation.
Mike, I'm gonna text you Sunday evening and ask you if you got this.
It was a 1%er situation.
Oh, that's what it must
what
have
was.
been. Okay,
So
that's what
yeah,
it
the
was.
1%ers got it.
Okay.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, so he had Tyler the Creator,
Okay.
YG 400. So he had TDE reunion, which is
I'm just saying okay to all
it's
this,
like
and I have
the
no
Dog
idea
Pound
who these people
Entertainment,
are.
something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but there was a group called Black Hippie, which is Lamar,
know.
J Rock, Schoolboy
Don't know.
Q, Absol. You don't know these people; they're all in LA.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just making sure that if other people are listening and they don't know them, that they can also be like, oh, okay, I'm like that sister. I don't know them.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know all these people either.
Oh, okay.
I don't know all these people either. You had who hopped up on the stage? LeBron James.
Oh,
Russell Westbrook gets up there, starts crip walking. Well, blood walking, whatever. Blood walk.
blood. Oh, is he a blood now?
Yes, I think all of them are bloods.
Oh,
I think everybody's a blood.
oh,
now.
interesting.
I don't know. So you had Ty Dolla $ign. You had Dom Kennedy, who was a rapper. You had Steve Lacy, who's another musician.
Musician.
You had Roddy Ricch, The Weeknd, Lakeith Stansfield was there.
Oh, random.
Rhapsody was there. James Harden, Rick Ross. And they said like maybe 35 more West Coast rappers. But then what does he do? I think at the end, when he plays They Not Like Us and everybody starts coming up on the stage, you're seeing people dancing and everything. YG had on like a white jacket, some the shorts reminded me of, what was it, Perfect Strangers plus Jermaine Dupri from the Super Bowl, that kind of shorts set. You know what I'm talking about?
Perfect Strangers with the guy because he was from a different country, right? Yeah.
He had the tuxedo with the shorts.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was like that, but they were wide legs. He had on high church socks and red bottoms.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, half of them is somebody's grandpa. And then the other half is a fashionable person. But I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it. It's a fashion statement. I do get it. But everybody was up there, and it was so many people. Kendrick Lamar was like so excited about it. He was like, "We're all gonna stand here together and take a picture." Yeah. And the entire stage was all the people
that came up there
that came to support him. It was like nice. Drake, who? Yeah. OV ho, no. Yeah, it was like that.
Has Drake said any like what was the last? So was the last?
He can say all he wants to say.
No. I'm just saying, was the last diss? This Kendrick had the last diss. There was no diss after that.
If it was, nobody
knows about it. Okay, got it. Because that's what I was like. Is it over? And he's just like continuing to go, or
I think it's done. I don't know, right. But I think that
Drake needs to go back into acting.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that you should bring Wheelchair Jimmy back.
Who's Wheelchair? Oh, I didn't even watch him on that.
Degrassi.
I didn't watch
go ahead and you can be now a school teacher in Degrassi.
Oh, facts. Yeah. That might be a good, change around.
Mr. Jimmy.
Go back to Canada.
Yeah. I mean, he's already gone.
Oh, he's in Canada?
Yeah, I think that I don't know. This is allegedly. Hearsay.
Mm-hmm.
That he sold his house in LA and went back to Canada.
Wow, like it's that serious? Who started this beef?
Well, I do want to let you know that the beefs that do happen with rappers, you forget that some of these rappers have people who are actually in gangs. Yeah. That hang out with them. Yeah. So therefore, I'm going to go back and forth with you. Oh, so now you said something about my boy's family. Oh, okay. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to come. I'm gonna have to come to your house.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
You saw that Drake had somebody try to break into his house, and then his security got shot.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because that's what I'm saying. That's the type of beef, and I didn't want it to be that type of beef. It would have Drake should have just been like, "Yeah, I'm gonna just stay over here with Lil Wayne and them."
Yeah, but I mean, but who started it? That's the thing. How did it start? That's the part I don't know.
It started from Kendrick Lamar having one rhyme that said, F the big three, there's just big me.
Oh, okay. And then that made Drake say something.
And so he was supposed to be talking about
J.
him,
Cole.
J. Cole. Yes.
Yeah.
And
J. Cole bowed out gracefully.
Yeah, because it's like, you don't understand. He's saying, I'm the best rapper out of these three.
Yeah.
Drake would have been like, I'm the best rapper out of these three.
Right.
J. Cole, I'm the best rapper out of these. Right. So therefore, it's like you're gonna say I'm the best rapper.
How are they all the best rappers? Like I don't even know how it was big three, but anyway.
But they're saying so the new coming up artists.
Oh, okay, got it. Because I was like, Lil Wayne's better than them. I mean, well,
but I'm saying the new coming up artists. Okay. The next ones to get the torch.
Gotcha. For the next ones to get the torch. Okay.
And so that's how that all started.
Got on his bicycle and laughed, which he always rides his bike.
Always, yeah. He reminds me of Prince with that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Prince used to always ride his bike.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that is a whole thing. But the concert apparently was amazing. All day on social media, all I saw was just that. Mm-hmm. The whole, the concert. I probably watched the whole concert already.
Yeah, maybe. How long was the concert? Did they say?
Almost 4 hours.
What?
Yeah, 3 hours of change.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I am surprised. Okay, got it.
And then also,
yeah.
So just to talk about They Not Like Us. Okay. So Kendrick Lamar says some things that just make you be like, oh. So he said, I'm about to pass on this body. I'm John Stockton. So do you know the information about Karl Malone?
No.
Karl Malone got a 13-year-old pregnant.
What?
Yes, when he was just out of college going to the NBA or something like that.
What?
Yeah, so he's a child with that 13-year-old.
Oh.
So Kendrick Lamar said, I'm about to pass on that body. I'm John Stockton because I'm not going with that little girl.
How did that?
The Utah Jazz.
No, I mean, I get that, but I'm trying to get how does that even compute? Like, if I'm listening to the song, how would I know he's talking about Karl Malone?
Because it's John Stockton. John Stockton. So look, and then another thing. Okay, so he's talking about different keys and stuff like that. So he said, you trying to strike a key, and he said it's probably A minor.
I do remember that one. So, yeah, I got that one.
Okay,
yeah. Because they're saying
Billy
that
Bobby Brown.
Yes.
What's her name?
Billy Bobby Brown.
It's a Billy? It's not Billy.
Yeah. It is.
It is.
Millie Bobby Brown. something like
Baby Bobby Brown.
the brown girl.
The
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
11. The 11 girl.
Yeah,
and he was trying, because Drake was trying to holler at her.
But then they said that they trying to say that it wasn't, they were just great friends. That's called grooming.
Yeah.
But, it is. Yeah. I guess he's a man. It's okay. But, so with that, that's why he said A minor. But then they said if you play A minor in keyboard keys, like if you're playing on a piano, it's all white keys. So there was.
You've gone down a rabbit hole of all this,
and it was like
now this is the 1%.
But this is how Kendrick Lamar's brain works. Him and Eminem have this. You have to actually decipher what I'm saying to really get what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, I'll give you lyrics that you had to think about.
I feel like Lil Wayne does that too.
Lil Wayne is
but his
witty.
is not.
He's witty. You don't have to
think
Google.
as deep. Yeah,
you don't have to Google to know what's going on.
Yeah, because that's why I was like, how would I even know that him talking about passing on a body means like? Because he's like, I pass on that. I was thinking like pass the ball. It's basketball. You're talking about Stockton. Like it's just passing on basketball. Who made it think that it was about a 13-year-old? And how did nobody know that?
Man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him please, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton.
So that, okay, I got that.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
I like how you said, I beat your ass and hide the Bible if God's watching. Sorry, Lord. My bad, Jesus. My bad, God. Yeah. But everything that he said was it makes you think.
Yes.
And
100%.
then how Drake was saying something about slaves. So then Kendrick Lamar's last verse on the song, he talks about how slaves were and how you should not be able to say the N-word because only half of you is what you call it. You know nothing about American history or American Black history. So why you going to talk about us as slaves?
Canadian.
And you don't even know what we went through. So so he went in.
He did go in.
He went
Sounds
in.
like he went in.
Drake apparently did drop something else, I think. But nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Because it's Kendrick Lamar.
Obviously.
And I'm not really a big Kendrick Lamar fan. I have to read his lyrics.
I was like, yeah, because even when he was with the was it not Super Bowl? What was it? Was he part of the Super Bowl?
He might have been, yeah.
I feel like he was a part of some event. I think it was the Super Bowl with The Weeknd.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Dre was there.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre was there, too. Because he comes out on the stage, he says, shh, I see dead people. That's the beginning of the song. And then it goes, ba, 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 na, na, na. But everybody's talking about this beat. Like, even Joe Budden stopped the song when he first heard it and was like, I just want to say, thank God that it is not the season for the HBCU bands.
Oh, they would all be playing that beat.
All of them would be playing it.
They would be. You're right about that.
Yeah. But that's all I had. Was just the Kendrick Lamar Pop Out concert that was on Amazon Prime. I cannot find it on Prime. I did see that it was on YouTube though.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I knew it was like almost 4 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to check it out on
they're
there, they're probably gonna put it on Prime later on.
Yeah, it's probably going to be on there at some point or another. They're probably figuring out
it's only been a few days.
Because I mean, were they bleeping out things? Were they leaving everything in?
No,
probably for the live. So I'm wondering if the replay.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to have to edit anything. It's internet TV.
Yeah, I knew that, but you never know. Okay. Yeah. All righty. Well, last thing, I'm just going to go through and we actually, because we don't have too much time left, but there is a 25 iconic songs produced by Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And so I felt like we could go through this really quickly and talk through some of the songs, the ones that we know. Yeah. So here we go.
And let's go.
Because they are iconic. Like,
are we going to sing them like we did earlier?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We had a whole moment.
We had a concert. Okay.
We had a concert.
Our own concert outside of Kendrick Lamar. Yes. So, but anyway, the first is Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? So, what have you done for me lately? Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, yeah. All right. Then we move on to You remind me of a girl that I once knew.
See your face whenever
Okay.
look.
Moving on.
As you
Go ahead. Okay. Then we have, I know, right? Then we have New Edition. Oh, and that was Usher, by the way, of course. New Edition. Can you stand the rain? Storms will come. This we know for sure. Tell me, baby, can. That's my jam right there. Oh my God, love that. Love New Edition.
special
That's when they were trying to get out of their candy, you know.
They were trying to get out.
Popcorn
They went
love,
through
Candy
puberty.
Girl.
They went through
and they were
puberty.
like, okay, we got to bring in Johnny
My voice
for the
is dropped.
deepness.
Yeah, my
And,
voice is
you
dropped.
know, we grown now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not possible.
then, we have Scream by Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson.
Was it what is the make you wanna scream? Make me wanna scream.
Yeah, that's enough.
Why do people not remember that song? It bothers me.
Really?
It bothers me. It
iconic
gets under
video?
my skin. I was like, that's the brother and sister doing the song together. People are like, I don't know that.
How do you not know
I didn't
that
need
this was the only
First of
song
all,
that they did?
I didn't
together?
grow up with cable.
Yeah.
And I knew. I seen the music video.
That's true. This is true. 100%. All right. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, love. So that's Sherelle and Alexander O'Neal.
When I think about you. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you have I'm down on bended knee.
I never walk again.
Yeah. So
Until
Boys
you
to
come
Men.
back to me.
Yeah. I'm down on it. And then you have, what's his name? Wine, whatever his name is. Wine, not Winan. What is his name? The one who's always got his lips trembling. You know what I'm talking about? The Boys to Men?
Oh, Wanye.
Wanye. I was like, it's not Wine.
I thought you were going to a whole nother song.
No,
Okay,
I couldn't think of what his name was.
like,
But anyway.
Winans?
So
King
then
of
you have,
Africa?
no, Mary J. Blige. No. More drama. Yep, you got that one. No.
What's it? I ain't gonna do no more. Yeah.
And then you got You Can Win.
As long as you keep your head to the sky. Be optimistic.
Yep, that's it. Be optimistic. Sounds of Blackness. All right. Again, all of these. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, hits.
Yes.
All right. We have Shantae Moore with Shantae's got a man at home.
And he's so good.
Yeah, exactly. Then you have Janet Jackson, If I was your girl, all the things I do to you, I make you call out my name and ask who it belongs to. If I was your woman, the things I do to you, but I'm not,
what?
so I
What?
and I won't. But if I was your girl, yeah, that's the jam right there. All right, so then we move on to Usher. Hey, sexy lady,
Coming home with me tonight. I'm ready to be back. I need a bad girl. Say yeah.
get at me back, girl. Oh, yep. Again, hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, right.
So you have Yolanda Adams, Open My Heart.
I open up my heart. That's how she sings it. That's how she sings it.
I did not take it that she sung it like that. Because I was like, I open up my heart.
No.
And
No.
yeah, all of that.
It's
But
a
anyway,
slow
okay.
song.
I know it's slow. Open. Yeah, I mean,
up my heart.
yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah. Rhythm Nation. These
You're a part of the Rhythm Nation. I was trying to do the moves. What is the moves with the hand?
Gonna lead a better way of life. You know, we are part of the Rhythm Nation. All right, so then we move on to Mary J. Blige, Everything. And I'm trying to remember this song, Everything.
Are everything.
Oh, no, how is that? I mean, maybe they produced it, but they couldn't have
You're
written
my
that one.
everything, love so good.
Maybe.
Love so good. Only you can bring. You know the song. You
I probably know it.
my everything. You are everything.
Oh yeah,
and everything.
But see, I feel like that was a song
Take me
long
away
before.
from the pain,
Yeah.
and you bring me
So
paradise.
they kind of put their words on a different.
Yeah, she
song.
did. Yeah, her song, her words on top of a song.
Another song. So it was like a remake, but they, kind of.
It was a remix mix.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Now this one you didn't know.
I didn't know this.
Didn't know by Herb Alpert. Making love in the rain. You can't believe the joy it brings me.
Don't know the song at all.
Boom. And he was playing the saxophone. You and I all alone.
Nope.
Something. On
don't
my
know it
window. No, it was something about the rain on my window. That's what it was. I was just trying to remember because I haven't heard it in years. But again, it came out in 1987.
Yeah.
So the
and
fact that I knew that much.
I was a child. Yeah.
Facts. So, but it was a trumpet. Sorry, I said the saxophone, but it was a trumpet. Okay. Then you have Give It To You, Jordan Knight. I don't know if I know.
Oh yeah, I didn't
one.
even look that one up. But it's the I was about
from
to say
the guy from New
again.
Kids on the Block.
I was
so
about to say
Jordan
Backstreet Boys
from
again.
New Kids on the Block had a song called "Give It To You." Then you had Johnny Gill and "Rub You the Right Way."
I stroke,
Ow! Apply with tenderness when I
I don't know what the word.
and rub you the right way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so then Janet Jackson, "Got Till It's Gone." So,
Yeah.
oh no, it seems to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone. Yeah, and then it's Paid Paradise.
That was
and
the
put up a
original.
parking lot. I know, I love that Joni Mitchell part. But it was
Ooh,
her
bop,
and Q-Tip.
bop, bop. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was the jam
Joni
right
Mitchell
there.
never lied.
Yeah.
Don't know what you
Got till it's gone. That was it. Because nobody knows what she's saying
at all. She whispers her way through the song.
every time. You have to look at the lyrics.
To sing along on and on. It seems
that you don't know what you've got till it's gone.
Yeah, right.
Okay, moving on. If it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? Oh. If it isn't love,
We're doing the
why
hand
does
movements,
it hurt
guys.
so bad. It makes me feel so sad inside. And you got to get ready to bow. You ready? If it isn't love. Oh my God. We should have did this first.
I know, right?
Okay, and then you have Force MD's Tender Love.
Tender love.
Love so tender. Holding me close to you. Baby, I surrender. Boom, boom, stay like the dark. Now I see how lovely the feelings are. All the tender love you've given to me. Okay, we are getting to this. But that is my jam. Like, even back then, oh my God, I love that song. I cannot stop hearing that song. If it's on,
play it at
I
you
will
at Terry's
stay,
wedding.
I will stay in the car. If it's on the radio, like, I will not get out the car on Tender Love. Okay, moving on. Four Seasons of Loneliness by Boyz II Men. Never heard of. Don't know it. Or it was something else that it sounded like.
Yeah, but we didn't
and
look it
nobody
up.
knows what it is. I Thank God I Found You, Mariah Carey featuring Joe and 98 Degrees. I can't recall that one either.
Nope.
Then we're moving on to You Need a Man with sensitivity. A man like don't need enough that'll give you money. Come on, let me show you just what you need, honey. I got what you need.
I don't know the words.
I know, right? But now that's Ralph Tresvant, my boo. Yeah. I mean, my old boo.
Your old boo. Yeah. Shout out to Terry.
Yeah,
Shout out to
now,
Terry.
But,
you do have a boyfriend.
Free by Maya. Don't know if I know that
I don't
one.
know. When you said free, I'd be like, free your mind.
I know, right?
And
Exactly. It says it's a
sings
song about independence and confidence. Free your mind is in Vogue.
Oh, in Vogue. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not the same. Free. And then you have All For You. If you say you want it, it's all for you. If you say you need it, it's all for you. 'Cause you gotta have it, it's all for you. If you make a movie song, all the girls in
you never did see. Got a nice package, alright. Think I'm gonna have to ride it tonight. Yeah, but like, how did nobody? Yeah, like you said, how did nobody know that she was nasty? You got a nice package, and I'm gonna have to ride it tonight.
I'm gonna have to ride it tonight.
And so, she's not talking about UPS.
She is not, or the postal.
Yeah, or USPS.
USPS.
Yeah. Amazon, DHL.
Amazon, or FedEx.
Yeah,
none of that. She is talking about
laser
other
ship.
things. Yeah. So anyway, but yes, so I just thought that was, like, I had no idea, because when I saw it at first, before we even started recording, I was like, 25 hits.
Yeah, but you was like surprised. I was like, yeah,
like at a minimum, because I mean, really, the entire album of Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation, was pretty much them.
that was their whole
but it was like
thing. It was a few of them. I listened to
but
it.
I guess I wasn't thinking hits, like that. Everything that they did was a hit, so that's where the difference lies. But
how else would we know Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis?
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
And they, like,
why do you know the name?
But we didn't even know, because remember, they were with Morris Day. They were part of the time.
That was before I was born.
Oh my gosh. I
didn't know they were with the time, because they used to play the little keyboard, the little keyboard guitar.
They would have the long coats and be down there dancing.
They'd be dancing.
Morris Day. Exactly. They were the
Jungle
bomb back then. Exactly. And then also you had,
hallelujah.
And so they're not even going into anything there. And then what else was it? And I feel like they may have even had something to do with the deal. Like with when Babyface was a part of the deal. I only think of you on 2 occasions. Now what's that? That's day and night. Okay, we got to get out of here.
I go from broke.
If I could be with you, only you can make it right. Yeah. Or maybe it was, I can't remember if it was The Deal or Surface, but one of those groups I feel like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was working with.
I feel like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were on everything that had to do with the 90s and the late 80s.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. So, on that note, everybody, thank you so much for putting up with us this week.
Yeah, absolutely. We entertained you at the end.
We might have entertained ourselves more than we entertained everybody else, but that's okay.
Yeah, we should do this more often.
Maybe we will. Maybe we will. So, everybody have an amazing week, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.